Hello and welcome to another episode of Basic Aquarium. And I know it's been weeks and weeks, but things, just things in families and life and general. Anyway, so, and the tanks have been, a few problems, but nothing to worry about. So I thought I'd do an update because today it's boiling hot and I've been messing with the tanks. Anyway, so as you can see, this is what I used to say was the shrimp tank, and it's gone through a few phases, but as you can see, there is quite a few shrimps in here. There is a lot more than you can see, but there's plenty of red ones, clear ones, and as I said before, they're normally culls, and now they're settling into whatever colours they were before. I've moved things around. There's plenty of algae growing in clumps. So much guppy grass at the back that it's unbelievable. And there's some shrimps down there. There's shrimps just clambering away in the guppy grass. There's so much guppy grass I could probably sell it, but I wouldn't. And no one to sell it to. Anyway, I don't think I would anyway, because I need it for my other tanks. When I get a bigger one of just guppy grass. So that's the guppy grass and the shrimp tank. And obviously it's got endlers in. I've scooped a load out, you wouldn't believe that, but I have. That's that tank anyway. Let me just... This is the one that was in between, which had like all sorts in it. It's almost empty of the fish. You're gonna go, it's got hundreds of fish in. Yes, but it doesn't. Can you see all the babies? This was jam-packed of like plants and things like that, which hid all the shrimps. So you can now see loads of red shrimps in here. And they were just a few shrimps that I'd moved from one tank into here. And they're just doing their shrimp thing now. And I've got some pothos growing out of the top. I've got pothos growing out of the top here and here. So anyway, this is the Aspidoris and the cherry bobs. Yeah. And there's those two black mollies in there still. This has had a few... I need to clean, doesn't it? It's had a few changes, but nothing new. It's got guppy grass in. I've just put some leaves in. Can't remember the type of leaf it is. Anyway, yes, those leaves, those pothos, whatever. Plant leaves, dried leaves. Anyway, so there's the Anubis. It's like huge, but that was the smaller one. And they're all doing well. I could do with actually moving this entire setup into a bigger tank and moving the other shrimps that are in the two tanks into an even bigger tank. Blah, blah, blah. You get the point. But nothing's going to change for a while. And in here, I don't know if you'll see any. Try and find some. But you'll not, because I've got the camera out. There are shrimps in here. Now I want to say I don't know how they got in here, but I can assume that obviously they came in when I moved something across. And they're doing quite well in there. And yeah, there's obviously a bit of Anubis here that's got a bit of a root on and is just stuck amongst that. But that's fine because it's just tethering. Now the big tank, I've had a few problems with this thing. So anyway, this here is a large Anubis that I've just, hang on, this was a big Anubis that went all the way out. I've took two chunks off, so they're just floating in there for the moment. I've moved some of the coconut and things, and that little Anubis that was in the shrimp tank, it hasn't got any bigger, so I've moved it in here where there's more nutrients, as in more fish poo. And the fish are nice and lively now. They went through a phase of I lost a few. There's shrimps in here. Yes. I now have shrimps everywhere, which is a good thing. I am not complaining at all, because we all know how expensive shrimps are these days. And the red ones, if I was clever, and I'm not, I would scoop out the red ones, like put them in where they all should be, so take the culls and bring them into you know, like colouring them themselves, but I'm not doing that. The fish are quite lively. I have had a few problems with filters and I don't know what, and I lost a lot of fish. But now the fish are a lot livelier. They're not hiding away. I got another big air pump. So now that air pump, the black one is running those three. This silver one is running the two in there, and it's actually running one in the other tank. Yeah, it's actually running three. Yeah, three. So in here, you've got the big sponge there, filter, which seems to have shrimp, snails in. Bloody snails. I've just put in another one here in the corner. It's just a normal sponge, you know, little sponge tower thing. And in the far corner is a very small filter, electric filter, just to give more filtration. So now it's got basically triple filtration, which it doesn't really need, but yeah, the endlers, I've moved some endlers out of the other tank and just put them in here today, but there's so many. And while, you know, the bigger fish are still doing quite well, I mean, she is so heavily pregnant, she's going to explode. A few of the silver mollies have actually got to a size where they're trying to reproduce, which is interesting. I've only got two of the rainbows. See, this is why my mind, problems with my head means I can't remember words and fish things, which I should know. Anyway, the two rainbows have survived. The big silver barbs didn't. The swordtails, obviously, the swordtails are never going to die, ever. Even though I lost quite a few of them, as you can see. Oh look, there's a shrimp there. Yeah, so I've just been moving things around, tidying things up. I'll put my wave maker back in here in a bit after, now that it's settled down. I've took some of the guppy grass out of here as well and put it in the other tank. That's just loose because I've been sorting this corner out, because I stripped it basically all the way back down. But now it's looking, I think, a lot better, and obviously it's got yeah. So if you need any pothos, I can give you more pothos than you ever wanted. Ooh, is she gonna drop? Is she dropping? No. Because I'd love to catch that on camera. No, she's not, but she's close. I can tell she's close because she's squaring off at the front. I can sit there all day and I'll never see her drop, and then she'll do it when I'm not looking. Yeah, she's not squaring. She's not dropping. Yeah. And I'm not just leaving this there all night. Anyway, that's it for now, and yeah, the fish are a lot better. The pepper corries are always out. Of course, now that I've got the camera, they're not out, but the shrimps are out, and yeah. Anyway, I shall let you all go. Oh look, you can see the roaches. They'll hide inside there. Take care, bye.